So this is the content behind the content, and I am your host, Courtney. So Raina, thank you again for doing the American Dream Show today, but there's so much more to talk about. I mean, we didn't even talk about the fact that Raina hosts a podcast that's really LA based. I feel it's got that organic local quality to it. It's called Purpose and Passion Radio, and she can be found on Instagram at Purpose and Passion Show. So please make sure to follow her Instagram. Yes. And interestingly, I was a guest on your show. Now you're a guest on mine.
Awesome. Reciprocal business.
That's right.
Reciprocal friendship.
Totally. So we talk about on the show how we met. I was hosting an open house on West, and Raina came in and gave me the lowdown on the neighborhood and told me all the things that real estate agents typically don't know about selling in South LA. Like, we don't always know the neighborhoods that we're selling, which is actually what sparked for me an interest in starting to create some bridge building between the communities, because we sell a lot in South LA, but not all of our agents live there. Some do, some don't, but I don't, for example, and I need to know all the things. So if you could just go into more deep diving kind of about your history, when did you come to LA? Were you born in LA?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Inglewood, California, at Centinela Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, so my mom is from Texas and my dad is from Mexico.
Okay.
And they came here, I believe, in the 60s.
Okay.
And they lived in Inglewood ever since, right? My mom went to Inglewood High, my dad went to Morningside High School, and in the 70s, they were gangsters.
Yeah, so when did you start getting into the gang lifestyle? How'd that happen?
Yeah, the gang lifestyle started, it sparked in the 6th grade. Yes, and there's a story behind it. It was like me and a few other guys, and we all had something in common, right? Which was having family from 18th Street. And then when we got into Monroe Junior High, then we started to get deep because we started jumping people in like we were a gang, even though we were a crew.
Right.
But
you went from crew to gang.
Yes. In 97, I obviously made a mistake. I fell in love with an enemy in my senior year. And because it was my senior year, I felt like, people won't be following me after this because I will be going to college and trying to do something with my life, right?
Right.
Well, that didn't happen. It was an incident where the guy I was dating was from a rival gang, and he showed up to my school, and there's a story to it, but it almost cost me my life. And life started changing for me, where I became a community activist in 1999, working for Stop the Violence Peace Colors. I ended up going back to my high school, working with the youth, teaching girls how to dance their pain away through dance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so many of the things that you're touching on are shared experience. A shared experience, certainly in LA, but I would even suggest
the world,
nationally, for sure. I mean, there are certain conditions that create environments. I was talking with Rich yesterday, and he said, I basically said, I was the kid that would go over to my rich friend's house. Yes. And I don't even know how rich they were, but they were richer than me because they had food in their refrigerator. And their parents let me kind of raid their stash and stuff, and I'm like, I was that kid. And he's like, yeah, I was that kid too. But except that where I was raised, you could go to your friend's house and they didn't have shit, and then you go to the next house and they didn't have shit. And it's like there was no alternative reality to even imagine yourself being part of. Then how do you know that there are different choices you can make and different options you can make, other than seeing something's possible for someone else and you don't have access to those same resources, which is a discouraging thing for any kid. I mean, the point is, it's our job now that we're a little older and have more context, and I do think I've gotten a lot better with age, but we have the obligation to reach back and pull them into the possibility of the future. We have to find ways to give people enough options that they can make choices, that they know they have choices.
Well, that's why I created my nonprofit, the Phoenix Rising Coalition, because I wanted to give back to where I was born and raised, with the community. And what you did with Big U was phenomenal. You know what I mean? Being able to give those young people an opportunity that they wouldn't be able to have to become a future real estate person.
I need your help.
Yes.
We need more people.
No, I got you.
We need more applicants. And you know what? We decided we're going to open it up to recent college graduates too.
Yes,
so
perfect.
Anyone you know that you think could be a good candidate, please send them to acme-re.com/scholarship.
That's right, girl.
Send them on over. We are ready
to
create a new class of leaders.
Well, that's the reason why I wanted you to be on my podcast, because I know you have purpose and passion. Whether it's real estate in the community, I'm serious, Courtney. I vibe with you. So I'm an energy type of female, you know. I think it's my Creole roots. Because my ancestors were like that, you know. And when I met you that day, I call it the Crenshaw District because it's like right down West Boulevard. Mm-hmm. And I just remember walking in because I was like, dang, $1 million for a house. And, you know, in our heads, we're like in the hood, you know.
Right.
But things are changing. And so I was like, let me see this house. And then for me spiritually, God was sending me to meet you. But the house is what pulled me in. Yeah. Right? Because of curiosity.
Absolutely.
And then look at us here. We're here today. I'm running for Mayor of Inglewood. You're interviewing me. It's speaking life into me. You know, like that's what you call woman empowerment. And I'm so grateful that I'm here, and I'm grateful that we met, Courtney. I'm serious.
I am too. Thank you so much for doing this, Raina.
Oh, thank you, Courtney.
All right, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye.